Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Huskers in Enemy Territory. Today, we're going to talk about the recap of the Oklahoma versus Nebraska football game on September 18th. First off, I wanted to speak on the fact that it did not look like Spencer Rattler scored that first touchdown. It looked like what had happened was all of our players had stood him up, and then once we started clearing, then he kind of inched the football closer to the goal line. But that's kind of beside the point. Um, Overall, I am disappointed with the way things turned out. But considering the fact that we played the number three team in Oklahoma uh, so close, I really thought that they were going to kind of blow us out. But I hate doing like the moral victory type of thing. But I feel like Nebraska is closer to being like a nine win team if we could just clean up a bunch of our mistakes that we have during the game. Um, you know, Having our kickers be confident, being able to kick the kicks, our offensive line not making big mistakes, and having all these penalties and many other things that I noticed against Oklahoma. But that's kind of the ongoing issue that Nebraska has for the past couple of years. So hopefully in the future we're going to be able to figure that stuff out. But now I kind of want to transition to the recap of the game that I kind of noticed, like of the mistakes and some of the good things that we did during the game. So let's talk about that now. Mistakes. The first one that I noticed that we had four false starts on the offensive line. That hurts a lot, especially when you're trying to get drives going. It just kills drives. Um, we had two unsportsmanlike penalties against Cam Jurgens. One of those, I don't really feel like he actually had an unsportsmanlike conduct. It was just him being physical and, um, you know, pile driving that dude, well into the secondary. The first one was 100% his fault because he had pancaked the guy, and then for whatever reason, he thought it would be a good idea to jump on the guy. I have no idea why he did that, but he was totally out of the play. He pancaked him, and I don't know why he stepped or jumped on him. That was completely dumb on his part. Um, let's see. Looked like the only critique I really had on the defense was it looked like we were having trouble stopping the run and giving up a few long passes. But towards the end of the game, it could be for the fact that our defense might have been getting a little bit tired. I believe it was like in the 85 to 90 degree weather time or temperature wise. So that could be factoring into it. But that was two things I noticed about the defense. Um, Connor Cup missing field goals, and also the other guy that they brought in. I wasn't entirely sure who that second kicker was, but he ended up missing that extra point, and it got blocked. And then Oklahoma took it back for 2 points, so that hurt a lot. Um, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Dismute. Wasn't entirely sure what he had done, but I just wrote it down or whatever. I wrote down the blocked extra point and 2 points by Oklahoma. So just to emphasize that was pretty big. If we would have been able to get that field goal, uh, I'm not. I think it would have been what 17 to 21. We get the other two field goals. It's 20. to 21, and then we get that last field goal. It's 23-21. Nebraska wins. So, we play perfect. We win a game. It's easy as that, really. So, now on to some of the uh, good or great performance by some of our players. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment how you felt the game overall went. Let me know what you guys felt about the game, what your critiques are of the game, where we could improve, or what we need to do differently during the next game versus Michigan State. Now back to the content. Let's see. We had, let's see. Oh, sorry. I did bring up the fact that uh, the defense did have a little bit of trouble getting to Rattler, but they did get a lot of pressure on the guy, but we weren't able to really get any sacks. So that's my last critique on the team. Now on to great plays. Um, Great throw from Martinez to Manning for 30 yards. I was really impressed with that throw. Um, Good catch by Austin Allen. I believe it was for a 10-yard reception there. Um, One good Connor Cup field goal. I think it was of 51 or 52 yards, so that was pretty good. A 39-yard catch by Volek. I was really impressed with that. He kind of he got some yak on that play too, so that's why it turned out to be pretty good. Um, the four-yard touchdown run by Martinez. Um, Martinez overall, he really impressed me versus Oklahoma. He stepped up. I had been kind of on the um, why are we keep on playing Martinez train, but he really proved himself today versus Oklahoma. So I'm really happy he was able to kind of be the better quarterback really in the game, and that's crazy to say, really. Um, Keeping Oklahoma to 7 points in the first half. I was really expecting Oklahoma to get like 14 or 21 points, but the Huskers defense was able to keep them from scoring, you know, multiple touchdowns. So I'm really impressed with that. Xavier Betts' 55-yard catch was nothing but probably the greatest thing I see. You know what I mean? If Martinez would have been able to like lead him a little bit, because Xavier Betts just has this unbelievable amount of speed to him. I swear to God, we would have went to the house on that one. But yeah, I was really happy to see that catch. And there's something about a Nebraska player wearing number 15. I don't know what you guys feel about that, but I really like it. Um, Also, a 21-yard touchdown by Omar Manning. That was really impressive. Um, I don't know. Our wide receiver core, I think, has improved a lot, really. I think, especially once Oliver Martin can get back onto the field, we're going to be set at the wide receiver position. I'm really impressed with the tight ends, and like I said before, I'm really impressed with Martinez. So hopefully he can kind of carry that on to the Michigan State game. Um, and to kind of end it all off, Oklahoma did win this game 23-16. But as I said before, if we were able to kind of clean up those mistakes, it probably would have been 23 or whatever to 21 Nebraska. I mean, and that's probably the biggest upset we've had. Maybe even before Bo Pelini was coaching, all the way back to maybe even Frank Solich. So with that being said, appreciate everyone that's following me on YouTube. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And once we get to 200 subscribers, don't forget I'll be sending these 2 patches out for a lucky winner. And as always, go Big Red.